We are technically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C., and that's where you find this place, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. The enthusiasm for football here on the East Coast always in the air. These folks are ready as their guys get set to match up with the New York Jets. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Throwing Jones. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Now Jones. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll bring up a second down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? This Washington defense, Charles, terrific in the victory a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Alex Leatherwood, the Alabama man, called for the penalty there. After the false start, they need 8 yards here on third down. Jones out to the flat, that's caught. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be fourth down. Here's the Jets punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, yellow, 22. Hey, watch his slant, watch his slant. Watch his slant, watch his slant. Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5.
They'll run on first down. Britt, and some space here. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Looking at a second and 11 now after the loss. On play action, they'll throw. Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
To throw again on second down. Jones escaping the pressure right. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Jets. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. He'll look to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They'll drop to throw. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he's taken down inside the 30.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Check.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now back to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And now off to the races down the right side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken in at the 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
2nd and 5. And that is incomplete.
Well, to me, there is no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on 3rd down.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll look to throw here. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. And the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Looking to throw. Jones. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Switch.
On 2nd down now. Britt finds a seam inside the 40. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point splits the uprights. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to... And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jets get the quick strike touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14.
Washington 14.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, their first two drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
On second down, Britt. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And looks like they've got 6 DBs on the field here for a 3rd and 9.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Drill green. Big edge.
He'll drop to throw. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And that'll skip out of bounds inside the 20 at the 17-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some...
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. A give to Barkley out of the gun. Evades him at the 10. And he's able to get up here to the 26. So a nice run right there. And worth mentioning, their usual starting running back out this week. The hope is it's just a short-term absence. But this is where it pays, Charles, to have a quality reserve that you can turn to when you need it.
And to me, they definitely have that, because this is a guy who's more than capable of picking up the slack. And he's likely going to see a big share of carries as this one progresses. And how many times do we see running backs jump into the breach and have big games?
Jones on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards, the pickup there.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Here Jones gets it out quickly, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
2nd and 5 now. Jones Wide open receiver complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. It's a big play that time by the Jets. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try and run forward with Barkley. A good display of power, but ultimately it gets him just inside the 5 to the 4 and no further. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Another try for Barkley, and he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead now up to 14.
Washington 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
50 Queen Jack. Hey, eat. I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine, baby. Get this. You're all mine. Kill. Like 60. Kill. Check, 55.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. He sets to fire deep. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Well, Charles, they were so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Here's 2nd and 10. Taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Let's go. 60 Eagles. 35.
Now this time he'll look to throw. This one goes out wide for Barkley. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Back to throw. Jones. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. So we are at halftime here on Halloween, as we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line.
Hey, you don't want to see me.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 95 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch the boot, watch the boot.
Back to throw here. And this is going to be incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Mike, 28. All day, baby, all day.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Caught here left side by Brent. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. He'll look to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
on first down. Britt, he'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll look to throw. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Maximum effort, partner. Minimal gain.
Yeah, minimal gain. Looked good, though. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now on comes the Washington field goal unit. And his kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. It's a big play that time by the Jets.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
3 down, 3 down.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
Give me some. Give me some. Here we go.
Now Saquon Barkley might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
35 to Mike. Here we go. Here we go.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun, Jones. And that is incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
And his kick is good. And that will get the lead up to 14. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And he returns this to the 22. Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Let him know, let him know. White 50's down now. 50 Fury.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 106 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Washington on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. They're going to look to throw. Steps, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Chase Young in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's going to have his running back. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
Britt's got it complete. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Here we go. Watch out. 17.
looking to throw. And this one is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Mike 28. Mike 28. Watch the run. Go red. It's south, baby. That's baby south.
Hey, number 28, Mike. Slice, 97.
Hey, check. Hey, switch gears.
Hands it off out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. That time they're able to bottle him up, and he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Washington on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Going for the deep ball. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Read it well, and it's picked. And the Jets are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Strong right. Slant.
Looking to throw. Jones. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Carlos Basham forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Come on, set. 10 black. White.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Number 28, Mike, he's coming. Check in.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert. and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him. Ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Jets, they moved to 7-1 on the year with the victory. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Washington, the loss will drop them to 6-2 now on the year. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.